Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the little 67 C10 Restoration. Behind me is what I've been busy with so far this summer. We built ourselves a parking garage to get our other hot rods that we have out of the grime of a restoration. This will be their new digs for the winter, and it'll open up a lot of shop space, which is pretty nice. So I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. There's only so many weeks in summer to get stuff done, so we managed to pull this one off. We'll get the cars over here and the shop set up before winter flies, and we'll get going on that restoration. Without further ado, here we go. Well, the push is on to get the last bits and pieces welded onto the cab, and here I'm pretty much ready to weld this piece on. Here's the new inner upper cowl. It's all been ground down to bare metal and copper primer put on inside, outside. So anywhere it's going to weld, it needs to be ground down to bare metal and copper primer put on. If you don't put some kind of weld through primer, all it's going to do is going to rust in the seam, and you'll have no way to get at it to stop it once it starts. So you have to do yourself a favor and do it this way. So I ended up doing some seam sealing here, all along in here, stop the water from getting between these two panels, up and down in here as well, and all down along here. I'm gonna try and make it better than what the factory had it. And the other thing, these upright supports, they go in here. These here actually bolt the inner fender at these holes, this captured nut right here. So again, it's all copper primer. Where it's going to weld to, it's all copper primer. Which is nice about this spot here, is I'm going to be able to use a spot welder. I should be able to get right inside here because it welds right to that below the steering wheel opening. And over here, it welds to this little spot right here below the heater box. It's going to weld right in here. I still have to grind this down, and inside as well. So here's how the upper inner cowl fits in. It just slides in where the original used to, along in here. The only oddity about this is, if you go to pull this in here, tight against here to weld here, what happens is you end up with quite a rise in here. And to try and drop this, it might be a little tricky, especially on the corners. I'm not sure if you're able to. I'm going to try a couple little things here. I might put a screw here, and the thing is, when you're doing this, you always start from the center and work your way out to the edges. If you don't do that, and you do something over here, and then all of a sudden you get a wow back in here, now try and fix that, So you're always better off to work from the center and work your way out. So that's what I'm gonna try and do, is maybe put a screw in here and see if, because it sits pretty nice like this, or it sits pretty good here. I might have to put a screw along as I go in here, and just to see if I can get it to sit down properly. Or I'll check it out if I pull this in tight with a clamp, and then try and screw this down and see if it works that way. I'll have to try either or. So again, your biggest concern is, I think what I'm going to do here is just clamp this down, start getting some tacks across here, pull this up here with you see there's quite a gap there, and I'm able to close it with this clamp here. So we'll we'll start getting some welds. We'll just work our way across until we get this thing to seat properly. And you know, thing is, if you're doing this, just take your time. Don't be in a rush. You know, because if you're at this stage of the game, you're not going to be driving it next week. So, you know, and you'll get a lot better results, and you'll be happy with what the outcome is. You know, this will close up pretty easy here. It's not too bad at all. So, alrighty. I like where we have this brace in place here. I should be able to get in here to give her a spot weld here. Maybe one, maybe two. And then I'll take the clamp off, and hopefully I'll be able to get that. Hopefully nothing moves after it's spot welded. So, and man, oh man, I'll tell you, this thing's been a godsend for quite a few things, and this will be another. Look at that. Look at that nice spot weld there. Geez, you couldn't ask for a better result than that. Alrighty, I got a spot weld in here or two, and hopefully be able to take that clamp off of there and finish her up. Probably need 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, who knows. Oh yeah, look at that beauty. Beauty. Love it. Put another one here. Look at that. That saves me so much time. It's just unbelievable how much time that saves, man. Unreal. And factory looking results, you know. Except for in here, I'll have to come in here with the MIG welder, and I'll plug weld these, grind that down. But that's no biggie, you know. It'd be nice if we was able to get spot welder in there, but you know, it's not a deal breaker. It certainly does a nice job. Look at that. You know, beautiful. You know, up here, same thing. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Little 67 Restoration. One more episode and that'll be the end of the metalwork on the cab, and I'll have it in epoxy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want.